Good evening and welcome to the virtual college fair for North Hunterdon High School, being sponsored by the high school and Strive Scan. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we do get started. I just want to remind our attendees that you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters, and they will be able to answer your questions at any point throughout this session. Also, your camera and your microphone are both off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. The presentation is being recorded and will be available to you within about a week. And also, as a reminder, feel free to attend or sign up for other sessions throughout the evening if you would like. At this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to our first presenter, High Point University.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ryan Dillon. I work with High Point University as one of their senior recruiters for the Southern New Jersey area as well as Delaware. It's great to be able to meet everybody here. I wanted to go over at High Point University, what we try to work on and what we try to focus on for our students is every student receiving an extraordinary education in an inspiring environment with caring people. This is a very big subject that we take very big pride in for our students, and we do this through our 4 different academics programs. So at HPU, what we try to focus on for our students is that over your 4 years, we will make sure that every single one of these things is hit. We will make sure you're getting an amazing education with some stellar faculty. You're going to be able to use 25% of every single thing you learn in your course will be hands-on. It won't be just out of a book. It'll actually be hands-on work that you can put on your resume for everybody to be able to see. We work really hard over your 4 years to develop your life skills. So learning how to interview, learning how to get that job, how do I fill out a W-2, what do I do with an I-9? We try to do that over your 4 years. So once you do graduate, you feel comfortable and ready to be part of our 97% of students that have a job or in grad school within 6 months of graduating. And then finally, we try to model values and build character for our students. I'm sure when you walk the halls of North Hunterdon, you are completely different than you are freshman year. We just want to continue that growth for our students. So these are some of our top majors. Undeclared business and biology are our top 3 majors at HPU, undeclared being number 1. It's okay not to know what you want to study. You have plenty of time to being able to figure it out, especially as 17, 18-year-old students. So these are our top 10 students, majors that we offer for students, but we have over 60 different majors and almost 70 different minors for students to try. And if you don't know what you like to study, that's completely fine. We have a program called Project Discovery that helps students to be able to figure out exactly what they want to be studying. It's kind of like going to Baskin-Robbins and trying all 38 different flavors. You can try any different course that you would like so that you can actually find what fits and is right for you. We don't want you to go into a degree that you're going to hate or it's going to be a laborious task. We want you to feel comfortable and excited. This is a picture of one of our state-of-the-art facilities. This is one of our planetariums. It's the 2nd largest in North Carolina. It's actually a planetarium for our astrophysics students as well as our astrology students, but anybody can take a class in this program. And we have some amazing facilities to boot, like a biomechanics lab, a news radio studio, as well as a lot of different executive boardrooms. At HBU, we have a 15-to-1 faculty to student ratio, and all of our classes are actually taught by professors full-time. We have a 4-year graduation guarantee, as well as a tuition-free 5th-year master's program in communication leadership and business leadership for those students that would like to take advantage of it. My biggest thing on this slide I like to tell people is the student success coach, which is a guidance counselor that helps bridge the gap between your senior year of high school to your freshman year of college, helping you pick out courses, helping with class selection, as well as getting involved in clubs and activities. Here's one of our innovators in residence. We work with a lot of different industry leaders. This is Byron Pitts, who's a CBS and NBC correspondent. He actually comes and works with our students 4 to 5 times a year in our journalism program. And we have a lot of people like that. Mark Randolph in our top left, who's the co-founder of Netflix, Sint Marshall, who's on the bottom, who's the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. We want to give you not only somebody in the program who's going to be your mentor, but also somebody who's in the industry being the best that they possibly can be, that you can model your different tasks after. And finally, we really want our students to give back and model that values in their character. So we had 110,000 hours of community service last year, almost 200 different organizations, a majority of them being community-based. We want our students to give back because if you ever hear of anything about High Point, it's a beautiful campus with a lot to offer, but we always have to give back just as much as we receive. At HPU, too much is given, much is required. So we want to give back to our local community just as much as we give to our students. And then we always like to tell our students we have amazing learning labs. This is one of our steakhouses on campus. It is a steakhouse that any student can have availability to go to, but it's an amazing learning lab to learn how do I have an interview over a meal? How do I dress for an interview? How do I dress for something of this occasion or a black tie event? We want our students to know exactly what's the difference between semi-formal and formal. We want that to be almost an innate thing that everybody can discern so that you're invaluable when you become part of the workforce. And with that, that's over your 4 years. That's not just 1 year. We help work with your public speaking, your time management and presentation skills, as well as all of your different life skills that you hear about all over campus. We want to make sure that that's ingrained over your 4 years instead of just giving you classes that only does public speaking or only does presentation skills. And the final thing I want to highlight on is High Point is ranked one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. So we are still giving tours on a very select basis and socially distanced. So if you're interested in taking a tour at HPU, we are more than happy to have you. It's on our website under our admissions table. I'm going to go to my page because I know I'm out of time. But this is my information. Again, I'm Ryan Dillon. This is my email as well as my phone number. I would love to talk to anybody who has any questions. Thank you so much for having me.
Great. Thank you, High Point University. Just a reminder to our attendees, if you do have questions, please feel free to use the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen, and you can ask your questions, and our panelists would be more than happy to answer those for you. Next up, we have King's College.
Hi everyone, my name is Madison Heinmarsh. I work in the King's College Office of Admission. I am an admissions counselor for all of New Jersey. I'm going to be talking a little bit about what King's really does have to offer. At King's, our slogan is King's not only teaches students how to make a living, but how to live. So some of our main components of our mission statement are our values consist of a lot of other opportunities for students to engage in a personalized education experience, more being one-on-one with professors. Class sizes are typically on an average scale of about 18 students. So our student to faculty ratio is about 15 to 1. We really do pride ourselves on giving more of a personalized education. Service is huge throughout our entire campus. Some of our affiliations that you can see to schools, one of our bigger sister schools being the University of Notre Dame. We have about 200,000 hours of community service completed each year by all of our students, which is absolutely outstanding, and we love to see it. As part of a first-year student orientation, we actually implement service into that for students to take part in. And then also being a liberal arts college is our core curriculum. So a large part of our mission statement is providing a great core curriculum to help students not only succeed throughout their academic major on campus, but then to also succeed as well throughout the college community about being more of a well-rounded individual by the time they end up leaving King's. Last year, we saw students apply from over 41 states. All of them are listed on the slideshow. 80% of our first-year students do choose to reside on campus. We have approximately about 2,400 undergraduate students on campus as well, with a 50 to 50 male to female ratio. Campus life is very vibrant. We have over 50 clubs and organizations for students to choose from. With that being said, it's very easy for students to also start their own on-campus organization as well. We have 28 NCAA Division III sports on campus. We are a part of the Mid-Atlantic Conference, and later in the slideshow, some of you will actually see some of the sports that we have to offer and our outdoor fields and facilities location. As well as being a vibrant campus, we do have a lot of service opportunities, as I had mentioned previously. Some of them are both locally, nationally, or even abroad. And then we also do have study abroad programs that students choose to take part in. The study abroad opportunities extend from 3 to 8 weeks, also to semester-long study abroads and summer study abroads as well. All of our library spaces and computer labs are 24 hours with Wi-Fi access that extends throughout all of our residence halls. It's one Wi-Fi source throughout all of our campus. We also do have student publications such as The Scope, which is our newspaper, and then also our yearbook opportunities for students to pursue and work in on campus as well. We do have a campus radio station, and there are always on and off-campus events happening. Around our area, we are located in the city of Wilkes-Barre. There is always something going on, whether it be on or off campus, through campus activities, student athletics, or even just in the local area as well. Right down the block from us is Wilkes-Barre City with a bunch of restaurants, eateries, different things like that for students to always go to besides eating on our on-campus eateries. We do also have Kirby Park, which is a short walk away. Ricketts Glen and Francis Slocum are also within a short driving distance. Through our career planning office on campus, we do have a lot of internship and employment opportunities. We usually like to connect students with all of these opportunities the first day on campus as a first-year student. We do have a movie theater, restaurants, and then shopping right down the block as well. To talk a little bit about academics, so these are just some of the majors that we offer within our College of Liberal Arts. Some of our bigger ones being criminal justice, education. Our growing program on campus right now is our pre-law program. A lot of students can major in any different area of pre-law. Our connection with our pre-law program is that it's a 3-3 program, so students can attend King's for their first 3 years, and then as long as they maintain the admission requirements, gain entry into Villanova's law program. And I know we're working on some more connections and affiliations as well through our pre-law. Our colleges of sciences. So these are all of our science majors on campus. We do have advisement tracks. A lot of students, if you are looking to go into the pre-medical field, choose to go with a traditional biology degree. A lot of students now on campus are saying that our biochemistry and molecular biology degree really does help prepare them for the MCATs. Another one of our growing majors on campus is also computer science and our computer and information systems. Those majors on campus actually have their own lab spaces on campus where students really get to engage with the different technology and faculty a little bit more. It's also a work study opportunity through our student faculty. These are some of our health science programs. So we do have a Geisinger Commonwealth Health Sciences building that's pictured on this slide. 2 of our 5-year master's programs are athletic training and physician assistant. Our other 2 programs are a 4-year program in exercise science with affiliations that we send students to pursue chiropractic tracks, PT tracks, or OT tracks. And then we also have a dual degree nursing program with Luzerne County Community College. Our McGowan School of Business is AACSB accredited. It is an accounting, marketing, and management program. And we also do have excellent engineering programs as well, both 4-year in-house and then 3-2 programs. Our undeclared tracks at King's offer career assessment opportunities for students to pursue to really help them figure it out along the way as they're taking classes through our career planning. And I will skip over because I think I'm running out of time here. For the application, we encourage all students to apply either using the King's app or the Common app. With that being said, there are 3 ways to apply. When students get their acceptance letter from King's, they will also receive a merit-based scholarship. Within that scholarships, we usually like to encourage students to always utilize more financial aid opportunities with private outside scholarships, or to even connect with us more individually to talk about what else is offered through King's. Thank you.
Thank you, King's College. Marywood University.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Maria Temples. I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor at Marywood University. So some fast facts about Marywood. We have about 3,000 students on campus. I always say it's the perfect size because it's small enough where we have a really great sense of community and you're always going to see a familiar face, but it's large enough where you're always going to have fun events on campus and you're always going to have the opportunity to meet somebody new. Our student to faculty ratio is 12:1, and that's going to look like about 20 to 25 students in your major classes and about 30 to 35 in your general education classes. From day one, so from your very first day, your very first semester, we actually are going to dive in and start you right into your major. A really great example would be our architecture program. You actually get to start in your architecture studio your very first semester, and you have a design problem on your very first day. Nutrition is a really great example as well because you get to start in your food labs your very first semester, which is really cool. Student life. So there are so many ways to get involved on campus. We have over 100 clubs and organizations on campus. They range from social to service to athletics and faith-based clubs. What's really nice too is because Marywood is small, you can actually create your own club as well. We also have honor societies and a lot of different opportunities for leadership. So student government, orientation leaders, resident assistants. Fun on campus. Believe it or not, bingo is actually one of our biggest events on campus. They always have high ticket prizes and they're always themed. We also have make your own food events, trivia nights, and we're even doing them virtually and socially distant this year, which is really great. We also have some big events, Flapjack Fest. Professors get to make you pancakes and breakfast foods the week of finals, which is really nice. We also have a homecoming formal off campus and big pep rallies, which is Marywood Madness, and a farewell carnival at the end of April. Fun on campus. So we're about 10 minutes from downtown Scranton. One of my favorite things about Marywood is we're kind of tucked in this quiet residential section of Scranton, very safe, very green, but we're about 10 minutes from downtown Scranton. So downtown Scranton's gonna have a lot of your local coffee shops, your local boutiques, your local restaurants, and we're also close to Wilkes-Barre. We are close to Dixon City as well, so there's always a ton going on, and you'll always find something to do on or off campus. We also have off-campus trips that happen about once a month. As you can see, we've gone to a ton of places. The Philadelphia Flower Show has been a big one, sporting events, and we always go to New York City at Christmas time. Study abroad. We have a lot of different study abroad options on campus, no matter what your major is. We do have a lot of structured majors like our communication science disorders program, pre-physician assistant, and a lot of those opportunities you're still able to study abroad in some capacity, whereas that is a trip over the summer or over spring break. One of my favorite examples is that our science department does a science of wine and cheese, and so you actually get to take that class and then go over to Europe and learn about wine and cheese over your spring break, which is really cool. I also had a friend who graduated from Marywood and she couldn't go study abroad during the semester, so she actually went over the summer to study abroad, which was nice. We are a D3 school. My favorite thing about that is that we kind of have that work-life balance with the sport academic balance. So your professors are going to be really accommodating and coaches are going to make sure that you have study halls. We have tons of different options for sports, but I always recommend, if you're looking for that athletic academic balance, Marywood's got it for you. The admissions process. So we are rolling admissions, which means you can apply whenever. I always really suggest applying in the fall semester, or our fall semester, just your fall. And so what you need to apply is a completed application, an official high school transcript, and one letter of recommendation. We are test optional for fall of 2021. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me, but we are test optional. We have 2 applications, our own application, and we are also on the Common app. Both are free to complete online. And like I said, I always recommend applying in the fall because if you apply in the fall and get accepted and you file your FAFSA in October, hopefully you'll get your financial aid package around January of 2021. So you will be able to kind of go into the spring of your senior year having, okay, I got accepted, I have a financial aid package, and hopefully have a calmer spring semester of your senior year. We do give our students merit-based scholarship with their decision letters. As you can see, they range from about $16,000 to $23,000 per year, and that is before any financial aid. So when you get your financial aid package, it'll be kind of the total of Marywood, your merit-based scholarship, and then all the federal grants and loans and everything like that. So this is before any financial aid. We also have a Max Sister Scholarship, which is for outstanding service. I always recommend applying for that ASAP in the fall. The deadline is in December. We also have some talent awards for our music and art majors. Again, I always recommend looking at them a little bit early because they are due by February. And then if you're a transfer student, which you probably wouldn't have here, but we do have scholarships for specific transfer students. Get to know more. So we have a lot of different opportunities to get to know campus a little bit more. We are having in-person meetings and tours right now. They are limited, so I always suggest checking it out about a week or two in advance to make sure you get the time that you want. We also have some Saturday visit options. So if you're interested in coming on a Saturday, we have about 2 families per session. We also have a ton of virtual opportunities. We have personal appointments one-on-one. Since I'm the admissions counselor from this area, you'd actually get to meet with me virtually. We also have admissions info session nights. We have open houses, one on October 24th and the other one November 14th. And then we actually do a daily Instagram. So follow us. You'll get to see it on the last side. You can follow us and get to see and ask any questions that you want every day at 4 p.m. Like I said, you can contact me if you have any questions moving forward, but this is my contact information and that is my work cell phone number, so please feel free to call or text me with anything that you need. And then get to know us on social media. Like I said, we do have those virtual information sessions that happen on Instagram every single day, so go ahead and follow us and ask away. Thank you.
Thank you, Marywood. Next, we're going to hear from Rider University.
Hi and good evening. My name is Susan Mikowski and I am the Director of Undergraduate and Transfer Admission at Rider University. And as you're hearing from others this evening, I am also the representative for students considering enrolling at Rider from Hunterdon County and a proud Hunterdon County resident. So just a little fun fact for the evening. So let's get started. So Rider is a small private liberal arts school in central New Jersey. We are about 15 minutes from downtown Princeton. We are 15 minutes from the New Jersey State Capitol. We're an hour outside of New York City, and we are 45 minutes from Philadelphia. So we literally are in the heart of it all. It's a beautiful suburban location. And if you're standing right on North Hunterdon's campus, we are approximately an hour to our campus, which allows you some opportunity to either live on campus or commute. We do offer housing for all 4 years, guaranteed. So you do have those choices to make, whether you'd like to live on campus or commute, and you can make that decision each and every year. As well as for Hunterdon County residents, there's an additional $3,000 scholarship to live on campus. So just a little added perk so that you do get the chance to have a vibrant living and learning community. And if affordability is a concern, we try to make that a little less of a concern. We have just around 3,800 students on campus. The average class size is approximately 21 students, and the student to teacher ratio is about 10 to 1. So we pride ourselves on a wonderful community atmosphere where you'll be a name and a face. We also don't use teaching assistants or graduate assistants, so you're only taught by the experts in the field, and they'll get to know you and you'll get to know them, and we believe that that community and that connection is what makes our students so successful. Oops. So we do have about 70 majors of study on campus, everything from our Norm Brodsky College of Business, which is AACSB dual accredited for both the College of Business as well as our accounting major. And it's how Rider was founded. So a lot of families and students do recognize us for the School of Business. We have the College of Education and Human Services, as well as our Westminster College of the Arts, and then our liberal arts and sciences. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to mix and match, do a major or a minor, or come in undeclared and find your passion as you're with us through our undeclared program, which happens to be one of the most popular programs on campus, because at 17 or 18, it's perfectly okay to say you're not really sure what you'd like to do. It all ties in nicely with our engaged learning program, so that every student, regardless of their major, is required to do some form of an internship, field experience, research, something to try their major on before they're allowed to graduate. In addition to doing something related to their major, they also must get involved in something outside of the classroom. So be it study abroad, something in the arts, something in athletics, we are a Division I university for 10 men's and 10 women's D1 athletics. Whether it's community service, we do want our students to be the whole person, and so we are asking them to broaden their horizons, maybe get out of their shell and try something a little different while they're with us to build their resume and be prepared for employers or grad school when they're finished. So how do you become a Bronc? Some of our deadlines are listed there. We are an early action school, so you would be applying by November 15th for that option. The perks to that allow you to also receive your financial aid package by the end of December, as long as you filed your FAFSA, which is the only form we need, by November 15th. For those of you thinking about our trustee full tuition scholarship, which is awarded to 10 students every year, that deadline is also November 15th. And we do offer a BFA in musical theater, and that is a single deadline of November 15th. So as you've heard, I think getting applications in the fall is an excellent choice, but we are rolling admission, so please feel free to apply at any point during senior year. We offer the Common App or the Rider app. And when you submit the application, I will be the one to evaluate it as well as evaluate it for scholarship. So you do have a name and a face to go with the person working on your application. We do require your essay, a letter of recommendation, as well as the transcript, and we are test optional. So for students looking to know what kind of student is being enrolled or admitted at the institution, the average student has a high B+, so about a 3.4 GPA. And if you're submitting test scores, an 1100 or a 23 on the ACT. Rider's been test optional for several years, so we are quite comfortable with evaluating you for admission and scholarship solely based on your transcript and academic performance. But if you choose to submit test scores, we'd be happy to consider those. We do super score, so feel free to submit both. And scholarship, again, is considered for students with or without test scores. Something new, new initiative this year is our Lifting Barriers initiative. And this is going to, as it says, open access to what we consider a valuable education for everyone. We know that as a private school, the concern is affordability, and we want you to have the ability to consider an in-state, out-of-state, public, private, suburban, urban. We want you to find what school fits you best, and we want to make certain that the affordability is not a major concern. So for fall 21 students, we've reduced the cost of tuition by 22%. And you'll see there, as well as we've added some investments to career services, the Center for Diversity and Inclusion, and our navigation office, which is something for new enrolling students. These are the scholarships that we offer. Again, they are automatic at the time of admission. So you're evaluated on your academic materials, except for the full tuition, which requires a separate application and is awarded to 10 students. And all of these are also renewable. Ways to contact us and stay in contact with us. We are offering virtual tours as well as on-campus tours. Again, they are limited to be careful of the health and safety of all involved. And we have virtual open houses going on. So don't hesitate to contact us to do any of those virtual visits or find us on our Instagram. And if you have additional questions, again, I am your person, so please do not hesitate to reach out to me or stop me in the ShopRite. I'd be more than happy to work with you in any way I can. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Ryder. And our last presentation is Salisbury University.
All right, good evening, guys. My name is Colin. I am the admissions counselor for Salisbury University for New Jersey students. I'm also an SU alum. I graduated in 2017. I was a business major, and I am originally from New Jersey as well. So just some facts about the school. We are located in Maryland, about 3.5 hours south of New Jersey. We have just under 9,000 students. It's a perfect sweet spot, not too big, not too small campus size. The average class size is 24 students with a 15:1 student to faculty ratio. We don't have any GAs or TAs teaching classes on Salisbury's campus as well. They're all taught by full-time faculty. There are 46 majors, 73 minors. Tuition with room and board is $32,370, and that's before any merit scholarships are considered, and I'll talk more about that later. And a little fun fact is that our library, pictured on the screen, has been named among the top 20 in the nation by the Princeton Review. So as I talked about, we have 46 majors across 4 schools and 1 college. So whether you want to be a liberal art major, a STEM major, a business major like I was, an education major, or a newer school on campus, the College of Health and Human Services, with health sciences, nursing, and social work, we have all the majors for you. We also do have 21 Division III teams. We're best known for football and lacrosse. We do have club and intramural sports available too if you don't want to play at the D3 level. And as far as activities go, we have over 120 clubs, so lots of ways to get involved. 2/3 of our students are involved in at least 1 club. About a quarter of our students are involved in Greek life. And because of our size, you can also make your own club if you want to start a club that we don't offer on campus. So on the housing, so we have a 2-year on-campus requirement for students. So freshmen and sophomores have to live on campus the first 2 years. There's 2 different types of housing for incoming freshmen: suite style, which is a Jack and Jill style, 2 bedrooms connected to 1 bathroom. And then we have what's called cluster style housing, which is 5 rooms connected to 1 bathroom. That's a total of 10 people. As an incoming freshman, you can't have a car on campus your first year. It's only $75 for the whole year, so it's pretty affordable as well. And then transfer housings are available on a first-come, first-served basis. These are the freshman application deadline dates. These dates don't change. We have 3 major application deadlines. The first one is early decision, which is the binding agreement. So meaning if you get accepted to Salisbury under early decision, you are required to attend for the fall 2021 semester. The other 2 application deadlines, the early action and regular decision, are non-binding. So you can apply to as many schools as you want, and don't make a commitment until May 1st, because May 1st is that national deposit deadline date. I usually push students for the early action deadline because there's no negative in applying earlier and getting that response back earlier from us as well. We are also a Common App school, so if you're applying to multiple schools, use the Common App to save you time. If not, we do have the Salisbury University application if you're just applying to us. So as I said, I'm the guy who reviews the applications for all of New Jersey students. So this is what we look for: your high school transcripts. If you have SAT or ACT scores, we'll take those as well. We are test optional for fall 2021. So if you haven't taken the SAT because of COVID, that's okay. You can apply as a test optional student. And we put an emphasis on course rigor, activities outside of the classroom, your essay, and recommendation letters when applying the test optional route. If you do have test scores though, that's okay. I would encourage you to send those to us because we can still use those both for admission purposes and also for merit-based scholarship consideration as well. Like I said, we look at your involvement, your essay, and we need at least 1 letter of recommendation from a guidance counselor or teacher usually. For being from New Jersey, you automatically receive the Good Neighbor Scholarship of $6,000 a year off the out-of-state tuition, which is good for all 4 years. You are considered for merit-based scholarships as well, based on GPA. If you have test scores, we'll use those test scores. And we give rankings for course rigor and extracurricular activities. The out-of-state merit-based scholarships go up to $2,500 a year. And there are also additional university-wide scholarships you can apply for, which open up on December 1st through our financial aid website. There's a couple of hundred of them out there. It requires just a short application, which will match you automatically to the ones you're qualified for. And they go up to $5,000 a year as well, and they're all stackable. Financial aid is done through the FAFSA. Make sure you complete the FAFSA as soon as possible. It opens up next week, I believe. And then our need-based aid packages for students come out in February. So my contact information is below. Like I said, I'm the admissions counselor for New Jersey. You can shoot me an email. We are open for tours as well, Monday through Friday. We have information sessions at 9:30 and 1:30, followed by an hour-and-a-half walking tour of campus. They are capped at 25 people per session. So if you do want to sign up for one of those sessions, make sure you sign up about a week or so in advance to make sure you're guaranteed a spot on a date that you want to go. We also do have a virtual open house on October 21st, and let me confirm that real fast. October 21st and October 22nd from 3 to 4:30 p.m. So if you want to learn more about our academic programs, and hear from current students, make sure you sign up for our virtual open house. Thank you guys so much for listening. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat.
Great. Thank you so much, Salisbury. So we are at the end of our presentation, and this concludes our session. I just want to say thank you to our attendees and to our panelists for being here this evening. When you do close this window for the attendees, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback that you could provide for us. Also, just so you know, this is just one session being held this evening. There are still some additional sessions that you can attend, so we hope you'll take advantage of that. And then also, a last reminder that in about a week, this recording will be available along with the recording of all the other sessions. So on behalf of North Hunterdon High School and StriveScan, I just want to say thank you for attending the virtual college fair tonight, and I hope you have a great evening. Thank you.